Welcome back to the 8th concession. My name is Natalie. Well, today we are actually starting one more small garden project on our farm, and that has to do with the bushes behind me, the raspberries and blackberries. Now, they are beside what we call lovingly our slug hut, which is just our family name for this Quonset hut. It got its name because when we were looking to buy the property, my oldest daughter said that it looked like a giant white slug. And so that's how it got its name, Slug Hut. So beside the Slug Hut, which eventually we would like to turn into a beautiful wooden barn, we have berry bushes. So we have raspberries and blackberries. Now we don't want to do anything too permanent over here by the Slug Hut right now, only because when we do finally get to put up a new proper barn, we know there's going to have to be construction around the edges of it, and we don't want to do anything too permanent that might have to be moved during the construction. So we don't know when that might happen, but in the meantime, Craig is having a great deal of difficulty mowing along the berry bushes because of course they're falling over into the lawn. So today we're going to start to put up some posts and some wire to keep them off the ground on this side. We don't have to do anything next to the slug hut, but on the lawn side, put up some nice posts and wire to keep them up off the ground so Craig can mow more easily, and to keep the berries off the ground so they don't get eaten or trampled as easily. So that's the job for today. So we've run into a bit of a problem with the supports for our raspberries and blackberries that you can see behind me. Now you might be able to see that when we attach the wire, these two posts in the middle have shifted a bit. Part of that is Craig couldn't go down as far as he wanted in the ground to support the posts because he hit water, which is a problem we have here on the 8th concession, and it had been raining a lot. So he didn't get them as deep in the ground as he wanted. And the second problem is, I think when they built what we call the slug hut, this Quonset hut, originally it was a barn. We saw that in pictures. So it was a wooden barn. At some point it was switched to this Quonset hut. But I think when they built it, a lot of the rubble got buried. And so on one of the posts, I think it was this post, he actually hit chain link fencing buried down in the ground, and he couldn't get through it, and he didn't want to dig like a massive trench to try and dig it out. So he ran into those two problems, especially with the two middle posts. So he's come up with a solution to brace them, because in the end we would like to rebuild the barn in the future. I don't know when that will happen, but that is the plan, to put back a nice wooden barn. And in that case, the posts will probably have to come out just so they can build the barn, and then we can actually dig them deeper. For the time being, though, Craig is really enjoying being able to mow and trim with having those canes off the ground, and I'm really happy in picking the fruit to not have to get the canes on the ground. So it is working fine, but he is going to have to brace them before we cut them off and put the finials on top just to make it look nice. There, while it took a little time, it is finally all done, and I love the look of it. It's neat, it's tidy, it keeps the canes off the ground so when Craig mows and trims, he's not stepping on them, makes it easier to harvest the berries, and it just looks nice. There's definitely something to be said for beauty in your garden and liking even the structures that you put up. Very happy to have this chore done before the snow flies. Bye for now.